Hey y'all, the Rocker here, bringing you episode 3. Today's episode is quite possibly my favorite review I have done to date. I've only done 2 other reviews. They were pretty memorable, each of them. But I think today is going to be the one that tops them all. You want to know why? I'm reviewing Lacuna Coil. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's get this. Gotta get my papers ready. Let's get this biatch off the road. Lacuna Coil is an Italian rock band from Milan, Italy, formed back in '94, formerly known as Sleep of Right and Ethereal. The band was inspired by the combination of gothic imagery and music. And the other members have been known musically for composing mid-tempo songs consisting of guitar lines overlaid with prominent keyboard work and contrasting dual female-male vocals harmonies to help create a melodic, detached sound. Much of the band's recent material, however, sees heavier and more down-tuned style, featuring more distinct bass line and a higher mixing of the guitars within the songs. The band's 2006 release, Karma Code, which I have, peaked at number 28 on the Billboard 200. Their latest release, Shallow Life, which I also have, debuted at number 16 on the Billboard charts. The album marks the band diverging from their sound from gothic metal to straightforward alternative rock. Hard rock, to be exact. But still, it's good music. Alright, at the beginning, the Lacuna Coil EP, 94 to 98. Andrea Ferraro and Marco Cotti Zalotti formed Sleep of Right in Milan in 94, and recruited Raphael Zagaria on guitars and Michelangelo on the drums. After releasing 2 demos, Bleeding Souls and Noise of Bolgia, Claudio Leo became the band's second guitarist, and Leonardo Forti replaced Michelangelo on the drums after his departure. The band asked Christina Scabbia, a friend, to sing background vocals briefly, which led to her officially joining Sleep of Right. Soon after, the band changed their name to Ethereal and signed to Century Media at the end of '97. Finding that the name Ethereal was already taken by a Greek band, they changed their name to Lacuna Coil, which means empty spiral. 2 minutes, damn. Lacuna Coil released a self-titled EP through Century Media in '98. Shortly after, there came the departure of bandmates Raphael Zagaria, Claudio Leo, and Leonardo Forti. As a result, guitarist Cristiano Migliore and drummer Cristiano Mazzotti were recruited officially. At this point, the band was touring along with Moonspell and after the release of the Lacuna Coil EP. In a Reverie, 98 to 2000. Following the second European tour, the band recorded their debut full-length album, In a Reverie. Added a second guitarist, Marco Biazzi. The band supported the album with another European tour, co-headlining with Skyclad. AllMusic rated the album 4 stars, saying it was a fine debut by a band that bears watching. The band toured much more, participating in Milan's Rolling Stone magazine-sponsored venue, plus a show headlined by a German band. Alright, now we're into the Half-Life EP Unleashed Memories, 2000 to 2002. Following their debut, In a Reverie, Half-Life was released in 2000 with 5 songs. Entitled Half-Life, Hyperfast, Stars, cover of a Dubstar single, Trance Awake, and a demo version of the future song, Senzaphine. Senzaphine was added onto the band's next big project, their 2001 album, Unleashed Memories. The studio album only had 10 songs to it, but a future release include 5 songs from the Half-Life EP. AllMusic rated it 3 stars. You bastards. Comelese, my favorite era. The band was in for a change for the better when their breakthrough album, Comelese, was released in 2002. It received high reviews from certain corners of the metal world. Significant player on Europe's metal scene for nearly a decade at this point, the band was virtually unknown in the U.S. until it began touring there. Uranium gave the band some of its earliest U.S. exposure. Over a year later, the first single from Comelese, Heaven's Lie, began to receive radio and media attention, pulling the band into North America's musical mainstream. Networks such as Fuse played the song's video, for example. In early 2005, Heaven's Lie won in the 4th Annual Independent Music Awards for Best Hard Rock Metal Song. The second single, Swamped, was played in heavy rotation and used in the video game Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines. It also appeared on the soundtrack for the movie Resident Evil Apocalypse. Music videos were filmed for both songs and broadcast on MTV2's Headbangers Ball. I recommend you guys check it out. Which had the band perform a live acoustic version of Heaven's a Lie. By 2004, Comely's had become the best-selling album in Century Media history. The band appeared at Ozfest, and it was pretty good. Alright, Karma Code era, 06 to 08. In an effort to best exploit Lacuna Coil's ascendant popularity, the band and label postponed the release of the highly anticipated follow-up to Comely's, Karma Code, to early 2006. According to the band's website, this made it possible for more time to be spent on production, and to avoid the crowded summer 2005 release schedule for metal albums. On December 23, 2005, the band announced on their website that all recording, mixing, and mastering on Karma Code had been completed. It was then announced that Karma Code would be released in the U.S. on April 4th, 2006. I got it on the day it dropped. Our Truth was the first single and video. It was featured on the soundtrack of the movie Underworld Evolution. Good movie. The video went into rotation on MTV, and the single peaked in the top 40 on U.S. mainstream rock charts. Also, the song was featured in Rock Band 2 and Guitar Hero World Tour. Pretty crappy game, if you might ask me. Rock Band. Yada yada yada. Alright. Karma Code debuted at number 28 on the Billboard charts. It was acclaimed by music critics and magazines. Corresponding with the release of the new album, Lacuna Coil toured with Rob Zombie throughout North America in early 2006. It also appeared at Ozfest 2006 on the main stage. The band also played the 2006 Download Festival, a 3-day music festival in England's Donington Park, which was headlined by Metallica, Tool, and Guns N' Roses. It wasn't the Guns N' Roses you were thinking of. It was played one night in the UK at the Sheffield Corporation on the 17th of October 2006. That December, Lacuna Coil teamed up with In Flames, Assorted, and Seamless for a US tour, as well as the Blackest of the Black 2006 tour with headlining act Danzig and bands like Asinino, Belphegor, and The Haunted. 4 singles were officially released from Karma Code: Our Truth, Closer, Within Me, and a cover of Depeche Mode's Enjoy the Silence. In March 07, Lacuna Coil joined the Stone Sour and Shadows Fall on the Jägermeister Music Tour. It toured with US with Within Temptation and The Gathering on the Hottest Chicks in Metal Tour, which pretty rocked. In 07 of October, Lacuna Coil played for the first time in Japan during the Loud Park Festival in Saitama City's Saitama Super Arena. Alright, people. Visual Karma, Body, Mind, and Soul. It's the name of their DVD. Got it? It's good. I recommend you get it. Alright, on to Shallow Life, my favorite one they got. In the magazine Rock Sound, it was reported that Lacuna Coil's 5th studio album would be produced by Don Gilmore and would have some Arabic influences. Christina Scabia announced to Rock Sound, quote, "It's a different sound. It's different, but it's our style. We haven't done anything absolutely different from our style because that wouldn't be natural. That would be weird. It wouldn't be us. The songs are definitely more powerful, more complete, more intense, more straight to the point." End quote. Andrea Ferraro told Rock Sound, "We've put more attention on the real meaning of the songs, so vocals are a bit more important. We've worked a lot with Don Gilmore on the pronunciation of the words in English, so people really understand the meanings of the words. There are strong choruses where people can relate and really understand that what we mean." End quote. Back in December 13th, 08, it was revealed that the new album would be entitled Shallow Life. It was released in Europe on April 20th, 09, and the United States on April 21st, 09. Debuted at number 16 on the Billboard Top 200, and became Lacuna Coil's first top 20 album in the U.S. As of September 2009, it sold nearly 70 grand worth of copies. Alright, band members. Christina Scabia, Andrea Ferraro, Cristiano Migliore, Marco Bizzarri, Marco Colzalati, and Cristiano Mazzotti. Alright, people, that was episode 3 of Rock Education. Sorry about the hurried time, but YouTube only lets me record 10 minutes worth of footage. So I hope you had fun. I recommend the band if you're looking for something that rocks. And this is the rocker saying, if you ain't rocking, you ain't living.